Hello, welcome back. Thank you if this is your second time, because it's episode 2. If this is your first time, hi also, just plain welcome. Welcome to Let's Write a Song. I'm your host, Andy Cole, broadcasting from Treaty 1 territory, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. This is a show where we talk to cool people, and then we write a song with them. It's a pretty simple premise, but in practice, it can be difficult. Opening yourself up and committing to creating something new and personal can be daunting and a very vulnerable experience. And that was not the case with this episode. I'm only kind of kidding. One note I got after the first episode was, hey, you laugh a lot. And yes, I do. Partly I'll admit it's the nervous energy of interviewing someone, even if it's someone I know well. That is a challenge. So there's some nervous laughter, I guess, but largely I do love to laugh. I find a lot of things funny. And if someone tells me a joke and it's even mildly amusing, or they say something mildly amusing, I like to laugh at that, because to me it just helps the energy of the situation. And I should say, if you don't like to hear me laugh, you will hate today's episode. For track 2 of this album, this season, we're talking to Kerri Salki. She's one of the funniest people I know. She is a radio host right here in Winnipeg. You can hear her on the morning show at 94.3 The Drive. Kerri and I worked together at the same radio station when I first moved to this city. And so I was doing the afternoons. She was the morning show. When her co-host would go on vacation, I had to fill in for them. So I would have to get up for like a week at a time or two at like 4 a.m. and go in to do the morning show with Kerri. And we got to know each other really well. We got along great. And we kind of compared notes and realized we'd both been in the Toronto sketch comedy scene at the same time in the early 2000s. And we had definitely passed each other on the big staircase at the old Second City Theater. She was doing a show called Tony and Tina's Wedding that took place in like a restaurant downstairs. And I was scrounging for gigs at the Tim Sims Playhouse, the small stage upstairs, where half of her show happened. So I know we passed each other. It's crazy. Years later, we met. So you'll hear how much Kerri and I connect on a comedic/riffing level. Warning, most of this interview between the two of us is just, it's a lot of riffing. So please enjoy our conversation and our song this week.
She's got a boy. I don't have a boyfriend.
Yeah. Are you putting it out there?
I'm on a bus. And you know what? That's not a brag. That's just like, what does it take, man? I don't want to speed date. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to those singles club. My friend is on Facebook. She's starting a new singles club for people who are, it's like single.
Yeah.
But they don't like the online dating world. I'm just like, am I going to click like? Am I clicking like?
Yeah.
I almost clicked like.
Is it a Facebook group?
It's a group.
Okay, yeah. But you haven't bought in yet?
No.
Okay.
I don't. No, because that like today on, like somebody Facebook messaged me today and talked about how they're not into sex or foreplay. Ha ha ha. Me personally.
That was a joke? Like that's how they break the
I don't
ice?
know. Yeah, he usually writes, and I said, ha. I go, Jesus Christ. I go like TMI, and I haven't and he went ha like LOL. Now I know he's all nervous now, right? Because he was trying to be. It's a check. He was trying to be playful, but he just crossed over. Yeah, and now he's probably going, oh shit.
Oh no! Now he's on the hook for that too.
Yes.
Because if he tries to make a move, you're like, dude, what is... you said.
Yeah. Because you said. And his name's Victor with a K. Like, come on, man.
Ooh.
Anyway, I guess that's German with a K.
Yeah.
So.
That's a tell.
Oh, yeah. And his last name. I don't want to say it.
Don't say it. Don't say the last name. We'll leave it up to our imaginations who Victor is.
Are you going to ask me questions? No. We're just going to talk?
No questions. We're done. Thank you for joining us.
Get out of my face.
I do want to say, actually, I did have something I wanted to open with here, and this is a bit of a surprise.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't tell you this was coming.
Okay.
And this is by way of explaining why I wanted you on this show. and why I thought this would be so good.
Okay.
And so, because you're game for anything.
Oh, yeah.
You're a yes and person.
Oh, yeah.
So we worked together at the radio station. This is for the audience, not for you.
Okay.
We worked together at the radio station for years, and you were on the morning show. I was on the afternoons, but I would have to fill in on the morning show sometimes. And so one morning I was filling in.
Oh, no. This could be anything.
This could be anything. This was good enough for me to save in my email from years ago.
Really?
And so an idea I'd always had for something I thought was funny would be, when a movie about dogs comes out, or a dog.
Yeah.
And all the reviews in the commercial are like, critics give it 2 paws up, howling good time. Yeah. And I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if a serious story, not about dogs, used those puns as if they were applicable to any other situation? They never are, and they're always and only in movies about dogs. So
what did we do?
I said, why don't we, last newscast of the morning is coming up. Why don't we do this for a story? Let's just write up a story about something that's going on. And so a restaurant in Osborne Village here in Winnipeg was closing down.
Oh, no.
And we wrote this together, and you actually had the guts to
I did it
perform
on the
this
air.
on the air.
The closing of Papa George's in Osborne Village after 40 years has some people barking, "It's a doggone shame." No bones about it, this restaurant will be missed. Winnipeggers were initially howling when Vian and Movie Village were sold, and with more changes coming to the area, some residents are giving this situation 2 paws down.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
I forgot that's right, because I almost got through it.
Yeah.
But looking at your face.
Oh, yeah.
When we were because we were both so wide-eyed going, are we doing this? Let's do this.
And I think this is something I loved about radio too. Like, what you'd forget sometimes is, like, Winnipeg is a large city. We're like 750,000 people.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you remember the numbers we had at that station. We were fine in the market, but people need to understand.
Yeah.
Thousands of people heard this.
No.
Thousands and thousands of people heard that. And for us, we're in that room.
Yeah.
Like, morning radio is such a weird time compression.
No one's around.
No one's there. The world is dead around you. People are miserable because it's early.
Yeah.
And you're like in this real bizarre state because you're like, it's just us in this room trying to be entertained,
And you think, could I say anything?
Yeah.
Could I say anything? And would somebody, especially like right at 6 or what, 5:45 even, who? Come on, who's really listening?
Who's really listening?
Come on, be serious. And if they are, they probably went, what did they just say?
What?
Did they just give it 2 paws down? 2 paws down, Mary! I told you that place is terrible.
So now you're still in radio.
Yeah.
I'm not no more.
You're not no more.
Not no more.
Well, not with that grammar.
Not with that. No, look, that. Here's the other side of that story. That newscast got me fired. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. No. Can you
That was
imagine?
dramatic. No, never got fired in radio, though. I'm happy, proud of that, but I also didn't stick around long enough for it to happen. I'm sure it was coming.
You know what, though? It was bound.
It just happens. It just
does.
happens. You get fired in radio.
Often you get fired even though you're okay. And it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, too. We all know a person, in any job, who just manages to just dodge bullets, dodge that axe.
Yeah.
And they're terrible. I'm just joking. I don't want to shame. No. Hey, you know what? I'm not perfect.
No, you got fired.
I got fired.
Proof positive.
Oh, man, that was the best.
Love getting fired.
No, listen. The truth is, you don't know you want to be fired until you're fired and you're happy. When they bring you in anywhere and they sit you down and then they give you that look, and honest to God, at first I thought, oh my God, I'm getting a raise. This is incredible. And they both have to come tell me.
Yeah. Wow.
The bigwigs, both of them. Wow. He doesn't look so happy, though. Maybe it's too much money.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? Your raise is going to be so big. It's actually coming out of their paychecks, right? Their salary.
We can't go on vacation this year. But anyway, and then, of course, I get shown the door. But then I walked out the door and I went, thinking,
Yeah.
And then it was just like 6 months of drinking.
Why not?
What? Why not?
I think we hung out sometime in that period.
I think we did. Oh, it was fantastic.
Because it was the middle of the day. Because I was off work and you were off work too.
Yeah, and the best is you can't work, really. They don't want you to work.
You had a thing, right?
They don't want you to compete.
Yeah. Even though it was their choice that you get to go out there. And well, I guess that's the money
just the
thing
way
comes from, right?
yeah.
We'll pay you, but don't get paid by other people.
Man, it was sweet.
Yeah.
Man. So that's that. But I'm back, basically, yeah. I've maintained a job for a few years now, and the more I work at it, it's crazy. I think the more I think I have the job longer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's good.
You're
like, well, I go with my parking pass every day when I get into the parkade. Hey, if it works, man, still in. So they can cut that shit right off.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the equivalent of changing the locks, right? On somebody, you're just like,
oh yeah.
That's gonna be a dark day though. If you're just like,
God.
beep beep.
How come the little arm won't go up?
Well, it usually works.
Yeah, and then my boss comes around the corner. Sorry.
Oh no.
Can I have the card back?
The drive broadcast down in the Exchange, right? Is it on?
It is the Exchange actually.
The other side of the street, though.
Yeah, it's more like the high end.
Oh yeah. The steakhouse is over there.
We're right next to it.
Yeah.
Right across the street. And then if you like, lounges or anything, we're also near those.
Yeah.
And the concourse. Have you ever there's an underground system.
The concourse?
We're near that. We're near that.
Is that the? Yeah, that's the way. That's like the way you can cross the busiest intersection of the city, right?
Yeah, it's very not like elitist, but it's like for the crowd downtown,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Richardson Building crowd, very high end. So
I find that concourse is
terrible. It's just awful.
The concourse is one of the weirdest things. Mm-hmm. People who are not from Winnipeg should know this.
In Toronto.
Or anywhere. Very busy intersection, the center of town, Portage and Main, and you cannot walk across the street there. There are concrete barriers, literally, that's like there's no light, there's no crosswalk, there's nothing. They go, you go underground.
You get down there.
If you want to get across the street, you have to go downstairs and then find your way through these tunnels, which I've never successfully done.
We're going to make it difficult.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hard because like in your head also, it's like all the signs are like, they'll be like, Main, east, north side. And I'm like, I don't even, wait, which way? And then I end up at the top. And I either end up, this is what happens, I end up on the complete wrong side where I need to be.
Dude.
Or I end up somehow going back up the stairs I came down.
And having a look-see?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, by accident.
No.
Oh, wait, this is where I started.
Yeah.
I know it's not that. It's so bizarre that this city doesn't want you to just walk across the street downtown.
It's a circle underneath the ground, and it's anchored by 4 banks. I am now members of all 4 banks, so I can just get to one of them. And you head downstairs, and literally it's a circle, and I just go round and round until I get spit out, just wherever. Where did I end up? Oh, Bank of Montreal, perfect.
That's fine. Yeah, that's good.
So I played my cards right. So
you just asked the station to just you gave them 4 different direct deposit informations. Just quarter it, please.
Can you imagine?
You quarter it.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah. All right.
Cool, Kerr.
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
How is?
But that's downtown for you.
That's downtown, guys.
Yeah. It's like get used to it, man, because it's a wild ride.
How is working at the Drive 94.3 Winnipeg's classic rock? Right. That's the new. Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah. Hey.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wherever you work, whatever music you play, it's fine. Mm-hmm. But it's nice when you work at a station where you like the music, or most of it.
Yeah.
I don't have to rush. Like no one said I do.
People,
but people,
Rush, either you don't like them or they're your favorite band.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Well, Geddy Lee is just like those little glasses.
Yeah, you can hear it.
You can hear it in his
voice. You can hear those glasses. I maintain you can hear Geddy Lee's glasses, and you can hear, I don't know anyone's name in the band Supertramp, but you can hear the mustaches in Supertramp.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? You hear that music and you hear the voice, and you're like, everyone in this band has a mustache.
Oh yeah.
Guaranteed.
Well, like
and
Mike
then you look
McDonald
at pictures and they do.
Doobie Brothers. What a fool believes. You can hear his plaid shirt. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And just that rustle of a beard, I think he's got a beard. If he doesn't, he sounds like he's got a beard.
Yeah, all of his albums, there's a track, I was watching a thing where they have the breakdown of how they did it in the studio, and there's one track that's just beard tone. It's just him with his beard in front of the microphone, and they get the room with the beard. He's not even moving.
And then you can hear...
Yeah. That's also how he breathes.
Singing?
His beard does the harmonies.
What a fool.
Yeah.
Great harmonies, Mike. It's not me, man. It's my beard. Whoa. Actually, his beard goes on tour without him. I'm you're on the road. No,
Mike's having some health complications this year. He'll be fine. His doctor ordered some rest, but his beard is going on tour. His beard is allowed to tour under his name,
Oh
though.
my
That's
God.
one of those situations. The beard legally owns the name Michael McDonald.
Just walks up and like,
People are fine with it. They usually do the
oh
casinos
God,
and stuff, right?
so beard comes out, people just,
Let's
they don't,
be
no one
honest,
cares.
that's what people are there for.
And then Mike McDonald's at home, no one cares. All the reviews are in.
Oh, yeah.
Newsflash. the beard killed it.
It's because of that actually Kenny Rogers sued his beard so that his beard can't go on tour. Because of that
And then when
situation.
ZZ Top got in there, oh my God, it was me.
You guys play ZZ Top as well? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh,
It's okay to also not like ZZ Top.
I do like ZZ Top. Here's one funny thing. I heard somebody at a radio station I worked at call it ZZ. But here's the thing. Like, just kind of trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Got some ZZ coming up. Ooh. Didn't it give you like the...
Yeah, because they know it's ZZ Top. It's not a mistake.
Right,
That's like
exactly.
clever.
There's something about... like, you never want to be... You never want to be cheesy.
Yeah.
But sometimes it comes out.
Yeah,
Sometimes
just
you can't by accident,
that'll
and you go,
happen.
and then you just, like in life in general, right?
Oh, yeah.
Say stupid things.
But on the radio, this is the other thing.
That's the other thing.
On radio, you're on there so much, and you say so, you have to say so many things. Usually every week, sometimes, well, for when I was afternoons, it was weekly. When you're on the morning show, it's daily. You go in the boss's office, and they do what's called an air check. And they play the audio just of when you talk on your show. There's a thing that captures just when your mic is on.
Yeah.
And you have to sit there and listen to every dumb flub you did. And then your boss looks at you and they don't say anything.
They don't say anything.
And they make you explain yourself.
It's shame. Can I tell you right now? We don't have that.
No way.
We have an air check maybe once every whenever, and it's only when something like my boss will say, well, what was that? Or like, honestly, doesn't criticize.
Really?
No, he doesn't. It's fantastic.
It's
It's awesome.
That's shocking.
It's
I can't
awesome.
believe that.
Yeah, so because you feel like a dog being shamed, come in the
Yeah.
office, and then you're like, like, I don't think there's any other job where you're scrutinized like that. At some places, like right now, I'm in heaven.
It's tough because when I had my own morning show, it was crazy because every day I would have to be in my boss's office, and you're under the gun.
Yeah,
because they're like, you'll come in and they'll go like while you're doing your show, you're going to be going over stuff, and when you flub, and then your boss will be like, hey, don't worry about it, man. Don't take it so personally if you make a mistake. And it's like, no, I'm worrying because I know I have to come and explain myself to you.
yeah,
And so every flub I make is like,
yeah.
and you can never.
And I don't. Well, I actually am positive. I think people in radio, maybe TV, I don't know, any arts, just anxious already.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anxiety-ridden weirdos, So that is just too much.
Because you're being judged on character and personality, right? Like,
Right.
when you're expressing yourself,
Yeah.
and someone goes, "You didn't do a good job," you're
Yeah.
like, "That's me. That's an attack
Yeah,
on me." Like,
I
that's
know.
not a personal attack. You're like, "Well,
Like, just-
I know it's not meant to be, but it kind of is."
Criticize my hair or my body or my weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do something that I can maybe change.
Yeah, yeah, man. Something else I wanted to talk to you about. You're like a big Winnipeg history buff.
Bring it on.
Yeah. No, I just want how you'll always be posting stuff I find on Facebook where you will find like just bizarre
Gems.
pictures from
Well, you know what? I lived in Toronto for a bunch of years too. And even when I lived there, I was interested in where am I living?
Yeah.
How old is this building? Why is this building named this way? Who used to be here? Like, I found out in my apartment here in Winnipeg, I found out who lived in my apartment the very first in 1931.
How did you find that?
Henderson Pages at the library. You cross-reference. You find your
really?
building and the number, and then you can find out who lived here, and you can go every year.
Huh.
Yeah. It was, So, I mean, I like to know where I am and why it's there, and, oh my God, maybe something was here before. Like the Great West Life building that I work in on Lombard. Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't always there. There were stables there back in 1880.
Really?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild. So, and I just find it fascinating. So that's why genuinely, my interest is piqued.
Yeah.
And I like older people too. They're more interesting, and I'm into old dudes.
Putting it out there.
Well,
getting back to the dating discussion.
Robert Plant. That's my style. Oh yeah, bring it on, 70.
Just don't be too upfront with the information on the Facebook group, right?
Facebook. No, you get sexy at 70.
What's something that you found out that sticks out in your memory about like Winnipeg history? Something like maybe really bizarre or shocking.
Maybe not bizarre, but the very first lamp, electricity. There was only one light in the city, and it was basically the old hotel and the first hotel in Winnipeg, 1880 or 1879, pretty much across the street from my building.
Oh wow!
So around Portage-Main, and there's even pictures, and they even have light turns on, first light in Western Canada.
Oh wow!
In Western Canada, because we were as far west pretty much as people were going.
Was there any follow up as far as like?
Didn't last long. Somebody smashed. No, but actually there were
kids were playing soccer indoors.
This
is why we can't have nice things.
That's right.
That's
what it said. This is why we can't have nice things.
That was actually on the sign. Welcome to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
We can't have nice things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was changed to one great city in the 70s.
Spirited Energy.
When did it? Is it still one great city, or is it Spirited Energy now?
I don't even know. No, it's heart of the planet or heart of the country. Heart of the continent.
Okay, yeah, because we're geographically.
Right there. We're right in the middle. So
it was one great city, right? I'm not crazy about.
Oh yeah, when you drove, even as a kid, I remember when you were driving anywhere and coming back in the city.
Yeah.
And there was a part of me that just went, "You're right. It is one great city.
That is one great city."
You read the sign and go, "Yeah, man."
And then you get older, you're like, there are others, but this is one of them.
This is one.
This is one great city.
They had that right.
Yeah.
They're not wrong.
Yeah.
Let's face it. Are you a millennial? No.
Yeah.
Are you really? Yeah. How old are you now?
I am by the new... They keep changing the definition, but by the newest definition, which I think I don't agree with, is 82.
82?
82, like, you're a millennial. And I didn't... I'm like, I don't buy that.
Are you 82?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 82 years old.
So you're 34?
I'm 37.
You're 37.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Great math.
So oh my God, you're 26. Yeah. That's so...
Yeah, 26? Wow.
Wow, you look great.
Double digits, buddy. This is a big birthday for
yeah,
you. Yeah,
right.
10. I don't agree with the millennial thing being... It expanded only a year ago where they're like, now this is millennials.
It's wider? The gap is wider now?
Yeah, and I think it might be because... It might be because they either...
I know why.
Why?
They want to make money. They want to make it more inclusive, I bet. This is what I'm thinking. Oh, I'm a millennial too? That's what they're talking about. Now I'm in that group. Cool. Yeah. I think I should do all those things now.
Yeah.
I
want
should
to
get on
market
Instagram.
Things for millennials.
You know what I mean? They're marketing, they're gearing everything. So if they're pushing people away, they want to make it bigger.
Yeah.
You know?
I think, and maybe there might be an incentive for you could cough, it's fine.
Sorry, okay.
Take a drink.
Yeah.
There might be an incentive to just for people in their mid-30s to feel better about themselves. Whereas
yes,
because all the things you read about millennials are millennials aren't doing this, millennials aren't buying diamond rings, millennials aren't buying houses. And I'm like, I'm not a millennial, but also I'm not buying diamond rings, and I'm not buying houses, and I'm not getting engaged. And I'm like, well, there's almost a bit of comfort in me. I'm like, well, technically I'm a millennial, so I'm not screwing up, right? If I'm I think it's Gen Z. They tried to make a thing. I think that's what I am.
And it was about 5 years. It was just a very small.
Yeah. I don't love that thing, but I'm like, because I think it doesn't, whatever. But I guess
I'm Gen
think
X.
that's what Are you actually Gen X?
Yeah. 73.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. You're a slacker.
Well,
that's the slacker generation.
Are you serious?
That's what it is. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I look at my friends. Girlfriends, guy friends, whatever, especially from Fort Garry. That's where I grew up. And we just did things differently than we just like to have fun in high school. We were bonkers.
Kids hate having fun these days.
Yeah, they it seems like they're not. They're dragging their feet, looking for their vape, and they're on their phone, and yeah.
I wonder though, when people are like, kids are on their phones all the time. I'm like, I would have been. I absolutely would have been a kid on my... do you remember...
I guess, hey?
I grew up watching Inspector Gadget.
Me too.
Do you remember Penny's book that she opened up and it was a computer?
Yeah.
That's basically what a phone is now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I dreamed of having that. If that was actually available to me in front of me,
yeah.
I would have been on my phone all the time if I was a kid. I would be no better than the worst you see now of kids. And I'm so glad I didn't grow up with that kind of thing, because I would have.
You would have been in your room.
I would have been in my room. Also, it's just like how insecure you are when you're a kid, and then like,
oh man, it's brutal.
Like social media and paradigms. But I mean, for real, how connected kids are now is like, that just must be terrible. I would hate it.
I have a 9-year-old. I can't think about it too much. Yeah. I get afraid. I really do.
Does she have? She doesn't have.
She has. Okay, here's the thing. She has my old phone. Okay. And my old phone, and then it's hers now. But of course, there's just Wi-Fi on it.
Yeah.
She doesn't use it, and she's got an old laptop, an old iPad.
Okay.
Excuse me. And she does piano on it.
Oh yeah.
And fun games, music games.
Yeah.
She really likes that. So I'm happy she's not playing video games. She's just doing creative stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's cool. But still, man, like girls, it's rough. It's rough in high school being a girl in general because of everything else that's going on. Guys just get awkward.
Yeah.
When their voice changes and stuff.
I think guys have the ugliest, transition. It's not good.
Well, it's just that mustache thing that goes on. Sometimes even in grade 6, it's like that. Oh, yeah. It's just hair. It's soft.
It's not right, yeah. But you want...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was a guy growing up in that, when I was growing up like that, it was like, as soon as you get there, you're like, oh, cool. You're like, maybe if I just let this go a bit.
Oh, no,
like,
really?
Yeah.
But you got to shave it. Otherwise, it won't go.
Yeah,
it just
that's
stays
the
like
thing.
that.
And then I had it, and then I don't know if I forgot about it or whatever, or just it became part of me, where I'm like, I'm just going to let this happen. And my sister called me out on it. And I was like, oh, yeah, like that's
bad.
Yeah. So I.
Well, there was always the kid, though. Always the kid in school who was just a little bit more older than everybody, like advanced. I remember Dean. He was the first guy to have a mustache. Diener. For real. For real. His name was Dean. I don't even, he doesn't even live in Winnipeg yet. But he was the first guy. Like, everyone knew it. Oh, my God, check it out. Like, when they come back, especially like in September. Mm-hmm. God, do you see Dean's got kind of a mustache.
Yeah.
And his voice, he's the kid whose voice drops.
Yeah.
And and they just end up being the roughest, toughest, kind of coolest.
Yeah.
And then slowly, everyone starts, just an ugly face.
So when that happens, are the girls like, how do girls react? Because like the things that happen to girls at that age, the guys definitely notice and talk about. Right?
That is the worst. I know. I believe, trust me.
Do the girls like, in the same way the guys go like, see her, this, with
no.
Whoa. Do they go like, see, oh man, look at
giggle.
Diener's mustache. Doesn't it look great? Or is it fun? It's just awkward.
I think for a long time, girls, maybe it's changed, but girls are in denial. Oh, he's gross. You like, you know what I mean? But secretly, that's they go home and I love Dean. Dean and Kerri. Do you know what I mean?
Like, with a heart around it.
On the book. And then, no, you can't see. Blah, blah. Oh, you like Dean. Oh my God, you like Dean.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dean.
Yeah. And then how about, or the couple that's dating in like grade 8 and they're walking down the hallway holding hands.
Oh yeah.
And like, I was never one of those people ever. Yeah. And you just think, oh my God, look at Nadine and Blair or whatever. They were like hot and heavy. And it was like grade 8. Ugh. She was developed. She was though.
Yeah.
Oh man. Whatever.
Nadine and Dean sound like that would have been a great couple.
Yeah, the Deaners.
Yeah, the Deaners. Nadiner. Nadiner is the celebrity couple name.
Oh my God.
Nadiner.
I am friends with her on Facebook. I should pass that by her.
There you go.
You ever thought she's single too?
Get her on that Facebook
full
group.
Full divorced. The Facebook
Here
group.
You go. Get Nadine on the Facebook group.
Oh my God. Get her up with Dean.
Diener on there. See how Diener's doing these days.
I'll make a love match.
Reconnect with Diener.
Yeah.
And it all comes back together.
And guess who's still going to be friggin' single?
Yeah.
This girl. Helping other people. Like I said, it's a rough world out there.
Oh, okay, Kerri. I think it's time to write a song.
Oh my God.
Are you in?
Oh, I'm so in. And not terrified, but just so happy because I know I'm just not good at it. But it's great. Hey, I'm into it. Try something new.
All right, let's go. But yeah, this is... Have you ever played with GarageBand?
Oh, my daughter does all the time. Never, I don't because. What are you doing with GarageBand? Like, what's happening?
Well, there's all the virtual instruments and stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
Play like anything through it. There's so much.
That's so Beatles sounding. Maybe I'm a mist.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Why don't we write that song?
Yeah, right.
Let's write that song.
Maybe I'm a miss.
Oh, you should write Maybe I'm Amazed. People love that song.
Oh, yeah. This is Young and the Restless. Are you making this up?
Yeah.
You didn't play the piano before.
I still can't really. I'm not very good. Do we want something like this, somber? Or do we want something fun?
Oh man, I don't know. I'll do anything. Walking down the street, having a good time. Having an A&W. That's what I did the other day.
Having a what?
Having an A&W root beer.
Have you had the Impossible Meat Burger?
It's Beyond Meat.
Beyond Meat?
Mm-hmm. Made of pea protein.
Is that what it's made of?
Yeah. Lettuce wrap. Extra onions. That's what I get. Cause I'm on keto diet. Don't eat any carbs.
Are you on keto?
So no ketchup on my burger. Just mustard and onions.
Wait, there's carbs in ketchup?
What? There's tons. Ketchup has carbs. I know you didn't think so. It's got more carbs than you think. 4 grams per teaspoon. But you cannot have just 1 teaspoon. You wanna pile it on. But I can't on a keto. Full on keto.
Keto? Is that... We can settle on that now. Like, we're not recording anything yet.
Yeah. Keto. It's because I know it. But I know
You're living it.
I'm living it.
You're living it. Living that keto life.
Keto's not for losers. Keto's for winners.
Keto's serious, right? Yeah. You're living it.
Living the dream. Keto.
So do we want this nice piano bed for that? Like,
are you singing too? No.
I can add stuff after. We can multi-track this.
Yeah.
I can do stuff later.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to hang around for
It doesn't have to be long either. Like, yeah. This is a little song I like to call Keto. Keto. Went on keto last Monday. Had 4:45. It's the exact time that I decided to change my life. Gotta cut out the sugar. I wanna drop a pant size. Wanna feel real good. Wanna look in the mirror and say, hey, you're good looking. And that does it with keto. Keto. No carbs, just meat and cheese and more meat. Lots of cheese. Did I mention meat? That's why I go through the A&W drive-thru every day, at least once a day, to get up. I don't go Beyond Meat because that's actually made of pea protein and that's got too many carbs. So I go full on meat. Teen burger meat, mama burger meat, papa burger meat, junior burger meat, you name it, little chubby meat. Buddy burgers, they're good too. But I can't have the ketchup, so I ask for double mustard and super lots of onions, but no bun, just a lettuce wrap, and that's called keto. Keto, I wanna look as good and skinny as Jared Leto.
Keto with Kerri Salki. I learned a lot from that song. I never knew that ketchup had so many carbs. You can hear me actually hit a very weird chord when she drops that information. It's completely out of the key. It's weird, and it embodies how rattled I was in that moment. That song happened pretty much how you hear it as well. I was playing some piano chords, not very skillfully. I don't play piano, and she just started singing. And as soon as we had a groove, we hit record, and Kerri went for it. One take for both of us. The only thing I added in after the fact was that beautiful string section. But the rest of it was live, the two of us doing it at the same time. You can hear Kerri every weekday morning, again, on 94.3 The Drive in Winnipeg, which they have a Listen Live button. It's on their website. I would plug her Instagram, but she never uses it, so forget that. Go listen to her radio show. Thanks again for joining me here. Again, I'm your host, Andy Cole. It's great to have you along. I love that you're listening this far into the episode. Thank you. I'm wrapping things up, and here you still are. You can follow the show on social media. Instagram is the best one. I pay the most attention to that one at Hey Let's Write a Song. That's our handle. Write a Song Pod is the handle on Twitter. Facebook, search Let's Write a Song Podcast. If you Google us, you can find us now. We're on the Google Podcasts too. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. How did you find us? Let me know. I'd like it. If you do listen on iTunes, please rate and review the show. I guess that helps word get out, I'm told. And feel free to share the show with other people if you like listening. It's appreciated. I don't want to keep this a secret. I would love lots of people to meet the fun people that I get to talk to and listen to the cool songs we come up with. So I'll be back next week with a new guest and a new original song. I will see you right back here next time on Let's Write a Song.